This is the plaintiff, Gina. She says the defendant hired her to care for her 3-month-old baby and provide childcare services, and they went over all the terms of her contract before she started. The defendant abruptly decided to end her services one day, didn't give her the required 2 weeks' notice, and still owes her $620 in unpaid fees. So she's suing. This is the defendant, Lachelle Cunningham. She says she wasn't happy with the level of childcare because the plaintiff's mother was the actual person watching her baby, and that wasn't cool with her. Bottom line, the plaintiff's been paid for all of the actual services she provided, and that's all she's gonna be getting. She's accused of cheaping out on childcare.
Gina, you've asked us to refer to you only by your first name. You are suing Lachelle Cunningham for $620 that you say are owed to you because she didn't give you notice when she pulled her child out of your daycare.
Yes.
All right, talk to me. How did you two meet?
Yes, I met Lachelle Cunningham on April the 13th. I interviewed her. She came over to the house. I handed her the contract. I went over the contract with her and told her how much my fees was a week. I told her I charge $100 a week to watch for daycare. So when she
And
came,
her child is how old?
was at that time was 2 months.
2 months.
2 months old.
Okay, just out of the oven. All right, and what?
And
What
then
happens?
when she came over, we had the interview. I went over the contract with her. I explained to her everything what was going on inside the contract. I explained to her that I charged my hours from 8 to 6. I charge $100 a week.
How long? Okay, I got it. I see the contract. You signed a contract.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And then how long is the baby with you before she pulls the baby
She
out?
pulled the baby. The baby was only with me for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And
Yes.
then when she pulls the baby out, what does she say to you?
She didn't explain to me why she was
Did you know when she was on the last day that she was picking up the child? Did she say we're not coming back?
No, she didn't. She didn't tell me until when she brought me the payment on May 26th. She told me I will not be bringing my baby back. I said, well, you have to give me a 2 weeks notice.
Okay, now May 26th would be when in relationship to when she picked up her child last?
The last time she picked up her child was
May 20th, the Friday
yes.
before?
Yes.
Okay, so she picks up the child on May 20th. What week does she pay you for on the on that Thursday, the 26th?
That was the last week.
The prior week that came before?
Week, yes.
So on the 26th, she's paying you money that she owes you
Yes.
that's overdue from the 20th?
Yes.
Okay, so then both sides agree that she's paid up until the 20th, which
Yes.
is the child's last day. What you're saying is she's supposed to give you 2 weeks' notice.
Yes.
And that's what she signed in the contract.
Yes.
And in fact, your contract has more than that. Typically, daycare contracts will say, you have to give me 2 weeks' notice.
Yes, I had that in my contract.
And then what the person
Yes.
comes and sues for is those 2 weeks. But you're suing for double that.
Yes.
Because in your contract, you put in that there's going to be a $35 fee for
Yes.
termination, plus $10.
Without a notice.
And then but you're also calculating like $5 a day since back then.
That's $5 a day if
for late
the fees are not paid. Yes.
Okay. So what would normally be at most a $245 claim is now a $620 claim with your math.
Yes, it's $5 a day.
All right, and let me hear from you. Why did you pull your child out?
I wasn't satisfied with the care. Miss Gina was not a reliable babysitter.
How?
She basically took personal days. She was unreliable.
I don't know, that's not good enough. You can't just give me a conclusion that you've reached and tell me to trust it. I need to hear facts where I can reach that conclusion.
Okay.
Because if she's breaching the contract that you have, you don't have to pay anything else.
I believe
but if she's not, then you do have to pay something else, and what you have to pay, I will determine. So now I need facts from you on why you have concluded she's unreliable. What does that mean?
She's taking personal days and she wants to be paid for them.
Okay, so she says, keep your child, I can't take care of your child today?
No, she suggested that my child stays with her mother, her niece, and this is what made that day.
So she had people filling in for her on those days?
Yes,
Okay.
and they're not part of the any contract or policy.
How many times did that happen?
The last day that she saw her on that Friday, that was May 20th. Okay, she told me, that she had some issues to take care of that Monday and Tuesday.
Okay, so then it never happened while your baby was there?
Well, it did. She explained to me that she took my child over to her mom, whom I never met.
Oh, so the mom didn't go to the facility where you leave your child. Is the
No.
facility where you leave your child her apartment?
Her
What is
mom
it?
lives in a...
I have a question. Where are you
Yes.
leaving your child physically?
I would leave her in her apartment.
In her apartment?
Yes.
Okay, so the contract calls it Winnie the Pooh daycare. Is there a sign outside? This is what?
No, it isn't,
No,
Your
so she's
Honor.
doing this from her apartment. Are you
Yes,
certified
she
to do
is.
this?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
certified.
And for how many kids?
Only 2 children.
All right, so you're saying that she would transport your baby to her mother's place,
Yes.
which is where?
Her mother lives about some miles away.
How do you know that that happened?
She told me.
She told you. How many times did that happen?
One time, and then she suggested that
That it was going to happen again the following week.
Right.
All right. Now, did you have some kind of emergency that came up?
I had told Miss Cunningham that I did have a personal. I did tell her at the interview that on May 24th I will be taking that day off. It does says in my contract that I have 2 personal days off. Please have that backup. And I did explain to Miss Cunningham, do you have a backup for the days? She said yes. My mother is a child care provider. She's licensed. She helps me out when I need help. My mother only watched her one time.
Okay, but according to you, you told her beforehand.
Yes, I did.
According to you, she didn't tell you beforehand?
No, it's
Okay.
not true at all.
That day that happened, when did you learn of it? That same day that she transported
Yes,
your child?
it was the same day. It was
Did you
the
find
same
out
day
before
when I
it
came to-
happened or after it happened?
After.
So she transported your child. How did you transport the child to your mother?
I took a cab.
Okay, in a cab, and you didn't know she was transporting your
No,
2-month-old
I
in a
did
cab.
No,
You're
I
saying
Sorry-
she's lying
sorry,
about
Your
that.
Honor. Yes, she did know. I
Okay.
told her my mother is a licensed
Okay, I
provider.
know. So here we are. You say yes. She
Yes,
says
I,
no.
Yes, I did.
I hear you. You could say it over and over, and
I
she's going to
always
say it
tell
over and over
I
too.
always tell the
Did you write it?
parents.
You didn't write it in the contract,
No.
but in the contract it says I can take 2 personal days. One thing is taking a personal day and having
No,
coverage.
I said I have 2 personal.
Listen to what I am saying.
So can the defendant have her mother take care of the kids?
I don't think so. If you have a business like that, you are responsible.
But how do you take a day off? What do you do?
Call in sick.
Well, calling in sick doesn't exactly solve the problem going inside the courtroom.
Your contract says I can take 2 personal days. Let's
Yes.
see exactly what your contract says. I will be taking a 2-week vacation, and I have 2 personal days. How
Off.
often? What does that mean? 2 personal
Off.
days? A what?
2 personal days off.
2 personal days a month, a year, what?
2 personal days in a month.
In a month. So every
should've
month
put down
you
a
can
month,
take 2
yes.
personal days.
Yes,
And then you're supposed to give them 3 weeks notice.
yes. And which I did give her notice, and I did explain to
Okay.
her.
She's saying you didn't. Can you prove you gave her notice? Like, for example, did you write it on the contract?
No, I didn't write
Okay.
it down.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Sure.
This contract needs a little work. Somebody needs to take the vagueness out of it.
Yes.
I suggest to you that when you are going to communicate to a parent a right or that you have in a contract, that you do it through email. Because then there's a proof that you gave a parent notice.
Yes.
She is saying, not only did she not give me notice, Judge, but if she said it at the interview, she could have just written it into on the bottom in the contract, and she didn't. And she never gave me notice. And anyway, that contract says that she can take a personal day. It doesn't say my baby's going to be transported in a cab anywhere.
Right.
You know, because I might or I might not have a problem with you having a substitute one day. I don't think that it would be reasonable for a parent to think you will never get sick. But I do think it's reasonable for a parent not to expect you to transport the baby. So I have you saying you told her, I heard her saying you didn't. And for you to collect $245, much less $620, you would have to be able to prove to me that you abided by the contract and she's the one who breached. And I have a swearing match, you know,
Okay.
between the two of you. So I really don't have any choice but to rule in favor of the defendant. Okay? Verdict in favor of the defendant.
Well, maybe the plaintiff will be making some changes in her contract. Let's find out what you're feeling about what you learned from the judge here in losing this case.
Well, I learned a lot from the judge. I feel that the judge wasn't right, but I feel that the defendant knew that she owes me money. But, you know, this is what happened when you do a parent a favor, and this is what you get in the outcome. But I do wish her the best, but,
Are you going to make some changes in your contract,
Yes, I will.
specify everything more clearly?
Yes, I will.
Can you see how a mom might have a problem with a 3-month-old in a cab being transported around?
But the parent knew that. She knew that from the beginning. So, but that's okay. This I probably lost here, but trust me, I won other places. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
All All right, so step on in here. You satisfied how this finally comes out?
Yes, I am.
All right. Seems like, other than, what was your main problem with her?
The main problem was just new mom and worried about my baby, basically.
Was it the cab or that she took her to?
Without notice, and these are times where she wouldn't answer the phone, and when she's
Who's taking care of the baby now?
That's me.
You don't need childcare anymore? You take
Not
care of
right
yourself?
now, no.
Okay, Harvey.
Okay, so when you actually sign a child care contract, if you've got kids and you bring somebody, what you should do to make sure that the kid is taken care of the way you want is to have them write in exactly who will be taking care of the kid. That way it's in writing. You can interview everybody before signing on the dotted line.